Okay, let's have a look at the PicoMiniCUBE and how we code it with PicoFlow Alpha. You can get the PicoMiniCUBE from PicoKit, and when you go to the website, there's a few things that you might want to check out. We've got the PicoMiniCUBE build, the schematic, Pcb overlays, and we've also got the MiniCube YouTube videos. So let's see those. So the PicoMiniCUBE is a project by PicoKit, and we've got this nice little tutorial by Keith Harbottle and how to assemble it and construct it, put it together, test it, make sure it's working. So that's a nice little tutorial. Thank you, Keith, for that one. And we've also got the schematic. So with the schematic, you can see exactly how the PicoMiniCUBE works. And so if you notice, we've got the top 9 LEDs, the second layer of 9 LEDs, and the third layer of 9 LEDs. And we've got each layer controlled by a transistor or a pair of transistors, as in the case of the bottom layer. And each of the 9 LEDs in the layer are controlled by 9 resistors, or 9 pins of the microchip, 12 pins in all. And there's a switch to turn it on and off. So that's how it all goes together and works. And then we've also got PCB overlays. So if you do need to have a look at how this is wired up on the circuit board to test if you've got components in the right place, this is where you go. Grab your multimeter out and you'll be able to test the continuity between connected traces to know that this trace should be connected all the way around to this trace and to this pin and this pin and this one. So you can probe those with your multimeter. Last of all, if we go to YouTube, you can see it's a bit of a YouTube clip, and let's get going. PicoFlow Alpha, here we are. In PicoFlow Alpha, first thing we're going to do is we're going to turn the LEDs on and off. And we'll start by using an output tool, and we'll just turn on all the LEDs. And really, we just have to change one thing in particular. We go into the Start tool, Inputs, Outputs, and we make sure the weak pull up is off. As you'll see in here, all of these pins, we've got an 8 pin. Let's change to our 16F505. Check that again. Okay, so we need to make sure that all of those are ticked and they're all low, because when we have all the pins low and we have that weak pull up turned off, that is going to turn on all of our LEDs. Hit the program button, you'll see it flicker. And we've got the top 2 layers. Of course, if you disconnect the programmer, which I'm doing right now, through the programming cable, you'll see it turns the bottom layer on. Plug the cable back in, it turns it off. We're going to introduce one other tool here. We're going to introduce the setup tool. And if we put that in there, so in the setup tool, we also have that weak pull up, so we can turn that high and leave all of those outputs and inputs as they are. You'll notice this one's an input only, can't change that. But that means when we go over here, we'll be using the setup tool for the weak pull-ups instead of the start tool. And if we just go and make all of those high, like so, we can turn off all of those LEDs. And there they go. So in fact, to make it flash, we're going to go between those 2 states. Now we'll have to set that up again. Go through and make them all low. And we're going to go into this one. We're going to turn the weak pull-ups back off. We're going to put a delay in between each of those. Copy and paste. Hook it up like so. And we'll join them together. Come back around to the start. Like that. Make it a bit neater, of course. I like to make things neat. Using the horizontal alignment. And we're going to program. There it is. So, and if I disconnect the programmer, you'll see it is actually all 3 layers flashing on and off. So that's lesson 1. Let's go and annotate it. So PicoMiniCUBE lesson 1. and we're going to call it blinking LEDs. Blinking LEDs. And of course, when you do that, you can always go to the format text, make it look bigger. 24 is good, bold. You can even change the colors. And there we have it. PicoMiniCUBE Lesson 1, Blinking LEDs. Save your work. There's a few in there I did earlier. Lesson 1, Blinking LEDs. There it goes. And thanks for watching.